Good morning. Is it still morning? Well, wherever you are, it might be morning. How are you? Would love to hear how you all are doing. Going live today. Sorry for the camera angle. It's hard to get this just perfectly straight. So, all right. So this question is a question on many beginner paralegals' minds. And veteran paralegals think about it as well. Is the paralegal career a real rat race or nightmare? Is it? But more than that, people worry about it sucking the life out of you or sucking up all of your time. So if you watch some of my other videos, you hear me talking about controlling your own career and building your career. The way you feel that it will be beneficial to you and that it will be a healthy journey, not a one that drags you down. And a rat race will drag you down. You know, one that usurps all of your time, including free time. And it just eats into your personal life. And you're wondering, do I really want to get into this? Well, it's not a career that's in a box and that's how it is for every single person. How you interview is so vitally important so that you understand exactly what the culture of that workplace is like. I teach my Paralegal Inner Circle students what to watch out for, okay, in the interview. And you've got to ask, this is where the questions are so important for you to ask. You know, of course you're going to wonder about benefits and all of that, but I want you to, ahead of the benefits, put, what is this place like to work inside of? What are the people like? What is the attorney really like? Because including us, we put on our best face outfits for that interview, right? And they are trying to ask us questions to get to the bottom of who we are. You've got to do the same thing. That's what I teach, not only in the Paralegal Inner Circle class, but the entry-level paralegal interview class. That's a standalone class that's taken from the mega class that I offer. So let's talk about, what does that rat race look like? 3 things. You're in a job, and we've all been there. If you've worked for a little while or several different places that you've worked, legal or not, legal places or not, I was in the worst job I have ever had right before I jumped into the legal field. In fact, that's what made me make that change. I thought, I have to build something for me. And that's how I want you to look at it. You know, you're going to build this for your future. Even if you're 58 years old. Yeah, you have years left, more than likely. So whether you're 35, 58, 47, build something for your future. It may be, you're going to go through the school of hard knocks that first 6 to 12 months on the job. But you're going to use a notebook and you're going to track everything you're learning. And then you can trade up. But the main part here, the main point is, I want you to be in a place where there's peace and contentment overall. It's not 100%, but that you can look forward to going to work every day. So number 1 is, you're in a job that you intensely dislike. Number 2, the coworkers and the supervisors are toxic. Look, that's what that last job was before I jumped into the legal field. And it did a job on my head. You know, it's like confidence was going down the tubes. Everything was I would go play with I had pugs at that time, and I would go play with my pugs. Yes, and their names were Franz and Jose. Out in there, they had a little house and, you know, a large pen to play in. So I would go out there every night just to detox from that day. And I thought, I really cannot live like this. So number 3 is the work is no longer satisfying. That work that I did was satisfying, but I knew I wanted something I could really sink my teeth into. But also the main thing is to build a career where if I have to move, which I did twice now since I became a paralegal, actually 3 or 4 times, that I could take that career with me. And you can do that, but you've got to get out of that 9-to-5 mindset, and that you're at their mercy, to that you're building a career. So what makes you, dig deep now with this, what makes you happy and content in a job, in a workplace? I want it to be respected. I think you do too. Most people want that for their skills and abilities. Okay, so skills and abilities, are they being used? And maybe you're going to acquire some that you didn't know you were going to acquire. And that's why I want you to write all your skills down in a notebook or on your laptop or phone, and then add to that. Become an expert in Microsoft Word. Push yourself. When I'm happy, how about you? Then I would rather that I could get along with people in my workplace. Online, a lot of people are working remotely like myself. Online or in person, I want to get along with people. I want for the day to go along smoothly. It doesn't always go smoothly, but I want it to be that way. That's my personality. How about yours? I don't know many people who want upheaval. And the third thing, are your values the same? They won't be exactly, but do you have shared values with the people in the workplace? What about your passions in life and dreams? Now, I've worked with people. One person was new to our law firm, and she said to me, "Why do you care?" And I said, that's not the question. Why? The bigger question is, why don't you care about your work? See, she looked at it as a 9-to-5 job, and instead of a career. And she found herself scrambling to find another job, and it was not easy because she didn't look at it as a career she was building, didn't up her game with her skills. And when her attorney moved out of state, it was hard for her to find a job. And that's when she ended up at our firm. But she was still in that 9-to-5 mindset. You have to change that here. Every one of us has a calling, a purpose. We have specific giftings that God has given us. That's up to you, you individually, to find out what those giftings are. You may have the gift of organization. I have to struggle with that personally, not in my job, but personally at the house. So I have to make sure clutter doesn't get ahead of me. But at work, I have to be on my A game with organization and not let down with that, because my reputation rides on organization, proofreading, keeping all those details together and in line, so that nothing falls through the cracks. That is the paralegal's duties. Those are the paralegal's duties. I can't speak today. So asking yourself these questions, it's not just, am I happy in the job? It's what encompasses that happiness for you. It's going to be, are your abilities being used? Are your dreams being fulfilled about this job? They can be. Are you happy in that culture of that particular workplace, that environment? Or is it a real strain? Because if it's a strain, and you haven't done your homework and finding out, asking questions in the interview to determine what is all this about at this workplace, you're going to bring all that trash home here, coming out of your head to your family, to your loved ones. extended family. And, you know, it's not a pretty thing. I've been there, and I had to make a change. When I was working in Northern Florida, and I had to make a change from that terrible corporate job that was not a legal job, that catapulted me into the legal field. What is it that makes up all of those things I've listed for you that give you peace and contentment overall? It won't be 100%, okay? Do you understand what it is that makes you feel it's a fit for you? What is it about a legal workplace that you're looking at right now that is a perfect fit for you? What is it? So that's important to dissect that in your own head, okay? Not only does the workplace have to be a fit, because what we tend to do is think, oh, I have to fit into that workplace. I hope they like me. I hope I'm a fit for them. No, they also have to be a fit for you. And you might not have thought of it from that standpoint, but you need to, for the sake of good mental health. You will hear, and you know you've seen it online, very unhappy paralegals. That's because they don't attack this the way they should. And they look at it as, I'm just an employee. No, you are the driver. You're in the driver's seat concerning your career. Now, what are you going to do? The most important thing is to be prepared. And then when you go on that all-important interview, you have not only got to answer their questions, you've got to ask questions, because that gives you that important information about them. But they also know you're a person who's like a detective, and you will ask questions when you're stuck. As a newbie paralegal, you have to ask questions. They don't like, most law firms, government agencies, any legal workplace, there's not somebody there as a trainer. They might say that to you, but that's not how it is. This 31-year veteran is telling you the truth. So I hope this was helpful, because you've got to write some of these down and really figure out, okay, what will make me happy there? The area of law. You know, sometimes the area of law that you're looking at, there are no jobs open. And it may be that you have to get experience first and then make that move. And yes, you can do that. I did it many, many times. Many times. So, but I always had to, build a case for why they should hire me. So don't think it's that they're going to figure that out. They don't. You have to explain that. Okay? Always, always. So be sure that before the 22nd at 11:59 p.m. that you enroll, if you haven't already, in the Paralegal Inner Circle class. And I suggest that you enroll in the Cover Letter Secrets class if you're able to. Because if you've already purchased the Legal Break-In book, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is the Paralegal Inner Circle class. Step 3 is the Cover Letter Secrets class. And once you go through those, and you've taken good notes, and you've absorbed the information, you've written your knock 'em dead cover letter, then you're ready to fly. And that can be, seriously, in under 30 days. And if you're in a 2-year program right now, or a certificate program, or none of the above, you need to get help so that you can explain why you're a fit for that attorney. And that's a question you really have to ask yourself, okay? And line it out by writing, in Word on your computer, on your phone. That may cause you pain in the head trying to understand that, but also in a notebook. But I had to sit down and really figure that out. Why should they hire me? What did I know how to do? How could I help them? Those 3 questions, okay? Have a great day. Any questions, comments, please post below, or you can email me at paralegalcoffeetalk@yahoo.com. What else can I tell you? Oh, join me over at Paralegal Coffee Talk on Instagram. or on TikTok under my name, Leslie Sansone Williams. I do short videos over there, same topics but short videos. And guess that's it for today. Have a great one, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.